Hello everyone. Thank you for coming for today's remedial. Okay, today we are gonna go through 2022 paper 2. Okay, for set 1, 2022 paper 2. Now there has been request to go through question 1, 2, and question 5. So I'll start with these few questions first. Okay, question number 1. Okay, this one is asking you to change the average speed, okay, into meters per second. So if you want to change the average speed into meters per second, right, there are two methods. First one, we need to change the units. Can you tell me how to change 47.1 kilometer into meters? How to convert to meters? Thank you, times 1,000. And then we'll get 47, what number? 100, is it? Okay, I think so lah, huh? Yeah, correct. Then 1 hour is how many seconds? I have 1 hour to have 60 minutes and then another 60 seconds. So that gives me a total of 3,600 and 3,600 seconds. Okay, so if you want to find the speed, you take the distance, divide by the time. So you get your distance, 47100. Now it's in meters. Divide by your time, 3,600. Now it's in seconds. And give me the answer. Anyone can give me the answer, please? Okay, if the number is not exact, leave it in fraction form would be best. All right, so I'll keep this in fraction form. Meters per second to be exact, because later if you realize that in the question, right, I might need to use the numbers over here as well, right? So this is the first method where you convert each of the different units over here into the respective kind of units that you want. Okay, another method two is you want to get 1 hour. So this is 47.1 kilometer per hour. So change the hours into seconds. That'll be 3,600 seconds. That will give you, in terms of kilometer, 47100. Still much the same thing, pretty much. So 1 second, you take 47100, divide by 360. Okay, and you get your answer 3 and 1 over 12 meters per second. Try to keep it as accurate, as exact as possible. Haha. How do I send? I do not know how to send. I send it to the chat group. Farha, why is it that you don't have anything at all? Can you take care of all your learning resources? I gave out the hard copy in class. You think because you never take care of your stuff, or you don't even know what's happening in class. So you need to be more aware, right? I sent it to the class chat already. You go open through your class chat. You try it. I don't know how to send it through Zoom. Yeah.
Cannot it's on phone.
Yeah, I don't know how to I don't know how to send what to the Zoom. Yeah.
Oh, I tried.
Yeah, you try. I send it to the class chat.
Can you give me like the hard copy on Monday?
Okay. Then you better make sure you do your work. I don't know how you want to do your work. Yeah, it's supposed to be due on Monday. Yeah.
Madam,
Yeah.
it's supposed to be
Yes.
13, 1 hour 12.
13 1 over 12. Oh, sorry, it's 13. Thank you. I might have read the number wrongly.
Madam,
Okay.
can I when I get the hard copy, can I like copy like my work, then I give it back to you the next day?
Yeah. Then you better do it now.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you owe me a lot of homework already. Yeah. Okay. Part 2. Right? This one, the sports car drive from the opposite end of an expressway. You have to understand that in this question, right, when they are talking about per second, in each second or each hour, the truck is moving and the sports car are moving. They are all moving towards each other. So actually both of them are covering distance at the same time. So we have to consider a total speed for the two of them. So let's say I do not know the calculation, the speed for the sports car. I let the speed for the sport car be x, but since they are moving towards each other at the same time, so there is a total combined speed of x plus 47.1 kilometers per hour. And we also understand that speed equals to distance divided by time. So now I know that my total speed is x plus 47.1 kilometers per hour. I need to take note of my distance. My distance for the whole tunnel or the expressway itself is 5.1 kilometers. And they give me the time. The time taken is in 100 seconds. However, this is in kilometers. This is kilometers per hour. So do I really use 100 seconds? Or what should I do to read? Do I use 100 seconds or what should I change to do for my 100 seconds?
Change it to hours.
Thank you very much. To change 100 seconds to hours, so in this case, I will have 100 over 60 times 60, which is 3,600. And then it becomes hour. So good. Okay, whoever that gave me the answer, thank you very much. Okay, so now in this case, I have all my answers from both sides. This will be x plus 47.1. And this one will be just one number, a number on its own, right? So you can find out the number and you want to find x equals to something, then you just bring the 47.1 over. Okay, then you should be able to get your answer already. So go and find out the answer. Oh, when I mark your paper, I'll check whether it's the answer correct or not. Okay. Next question, as we have request to finish up question number 1. Okay, question 1. This question over here, right, is actually a little bit tricky because you have to understand the concept that if the car is traveling, okay, I drew a truck, but yeah, if the truck is traveling when it first started, right, is at this position, then it move the 5.1 kilometers, right? And when it reaches the 5.1 kilometers, the body of the truck is still inside my tunnel, the expressway. It haven't out of it yet. So in this case, if I want to find the total time that is taken to completely travel through the whole expressway itself, that means you must exit the expressway. The body of the truck need to exit the expressway. So in this case, the distance, right, is actually the additional 5.1 kilometers with the length of the truck itself. But they ask you to calculate the length of the truck in meters. So in this case, I'm going to convert my distance for kilometers into meters. Right, so that's how I get 5,100 meter. So my total distance now is actually 5,100 plus the length of the truck. Okay, I'll let it be y, okay? And then, but since they want, okay, distance, so distance is equal to speed times time. They gave me a time is 391 seconds. Take note, they want the distance in meters. So which speed of the truck do I use? Do I use the 47.1 kilometer per hour or do I use the 13 and 1/2 meters per second? Which one? Which speed should I use? One person typed the question, I don't know, nobody. Question 1 part 1. Zheng I already went through question 1 part 1, you're already late. Thank you very much, Aaron. We choose the one of meters per second, right? So we take 13 and 1/12 using the, so that's why I left the answer in perfect actual exact fraction mixed number. So in this case, I'm going to use this speed 13 and 1/12 meters per second. Okay, please take note during an exam, actually working, there shouldn't be any units, but I indicated the units over here to help you to see which is the good choice of the speed that you need to use. So in this case, the time is in seconds. They want the distance in meters, so you choose. Okay, meters per second. So if I want to have this value, I want to find the length of the truck, then how should I find the answer? The value for y will be equals to find this answer that you can get. Okay, use the answer, then get rid of the 5,100, subtract away, and you get your answer in meters, right? Maybe your answer is not a nice number, not very sure. Okay, but then if the answer in this case, the final answer already, you can choose to write the answer in 3 significant figures, right? So I calculated my answer. I got 15.583. Working is in 5 SF. Right, then I round off my final answer, 3 sig feet. That will get me 15.6 meters. Right, so y'all take a look. Okay, understand the concept, and then we'll move on to the next question. Yeah, are you okay with this? If you're okay, now I'll continue next question. Okay. Work out the answers on your own. Okay. Are you done? Okay, let's go through. Let's go to the next question. Next one. Okay, question number 2. Okay, this question actually have a lot of trick questions in it. You need a lot of logical understanding. Okay, first part of the question, this one I need to highlight to some of the students who were not in my class previously, probably Samuel and Aaron. Okay, I'm not sure how y'all find lowest common multiple. Okay, y'all like to write a lot of numbers, but actually do use the prime factorization method. Okay, just take note that this question here says that is flashing, the flyers will light up every 180 seconds, another one 150 seconds, another one 420 seconds. So if you want to find the time that you will flash again, where all the three of them will light up at the same time, it means you're looking for something common. In this case, either this kind of question, either you look for highest common factor or you look for the lowest common multiple. Okay, so first step I do is I express each of the numbers over here as a product of their own prime factors. Okay, so you're going to work out the answer, express every one of them as a product of the prime factors. The next thing is, do we use the highest common factor or the lowest common multiple? If I look at my highest common factor is actually 2, 3, and 5. 2 times 3, 6, 6 times 5, 30. Do you think all of them will light up again the next 30 seconds? That's not possible, right? So in this case, a very logical choice will be to choose our LCM to find the lowest common multiple first. Can somebody help me with the answer? How to get the lowest common multiple? What are we going to choose?
2 square.
Thank you. Any more?
3 square. 5 square and 7.
Thank you. Okay, good. Thank you, Connie, as well, for saying that it's the LCM. Thank you. I think that sounds like Ethan. Give the answer. But then we're going to calculate out this, work out this number. So this is 2 square times 3 square times 5 square times 7. I got the number 6300. Okay, but this 6300, all the 3 of them are in what kind of units? They are all in seconds. So this will be in terms of seconds. Okay, but if I want to find a common timing, right? And remember, they started to light up only at 1900 hours. That means 7 p.m. Right? But however, the photographer only arrived at 2100, okay, 21 hours. So what we need to do first, we need to find this in terms of hours and minutes. So I'm going to divide this by 60, 3600 divided by 60. That gives me 105 minutes. 105 minutes will be equals to How many hours? How many minutes? 1 hour, 45 minutes. Okay, so previously I've taught you how to use the calculator before, right? Please take note, it's not starting at 9 hours, it's starting at 1900 hours. So please use your calculator, the 19, I think you need to press this, 19 hours, 00 minutes. You add another 1 hour, 45 minutes, okay, to give you 1900, 1 hour, 45 minutes, to give you a timing 20:45 hours. But at 8:45, the person, the photographer, have not arrived at the area yet. So that means I need to find the next another 1 hour, 45 minutes more later. Then they will meet each other. So based on that, I think you can give me the correct answer. You take your working, 8 hours 45, 20 hours 45 minutes, add another 1 more hour, another 45 minutes more to give me the final answer. Then you write down your timing in terms of hour. Is this okay? Right, maybe some of you might have gotten the correct answer. So I'll leave you to finish up this part of your working. Yes, thank you, Coiny, also for 1 hour 45 minutes. Haris, are you okay with this part of the question? Yes, then we continue, okay? Next part. Okay, next question. This one needed a little bit of time for me to understand what the English is talking about. The thing says that the flyer has a maximum seating capacity. When I have a seating capacity, right, it means taking the maximum number of passengers in each capsule multiply to the total number of capsules, right? So I need to take the number of passengers multiply the number of capsules, okay, in order to give me the number 784. Then the question says using prime factorization. So I have to express 784 as a product of its prime factors. Okay, so using your calculator, you should be able to get this answer. So 784 can be expressed as 2 to the power of 4, 7 squared. And why is it a perfect square? Now, a lot of times the students will tell me, oh, because it can be square rooted to get an integer number. That is not the correct explanation when you use prime factorization. Express the factors, the number in terms of its prime factors, and explain. This is because all the powers of the prime factors are, can you help me fill in the blank? Why is it a perfect square? All the powers are what? Which one you want? You want this part, is it? Okay, so yes, thank you. All the powers, yes, good. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Coiny. Okay, all the powers are multiple of 2. So if the powers are multiple of 2, it can be a perfect square. So if I want to explain that this is a perfect cube, then it'll be all the powers are multiple of. If it's a perfect cube, then it'll be power multiple of how much?
3.
3, thank you. Okay, so in this case, you should be able to know the answer, where all the powers of the prime factors are multiple of 2. Okay, so I'm going to leave this for you to fill up. Okay, you'll fill up the answer. All right, next one. So they want me to find the total number of capsules. So I was saying that just now, what do you mean by the seating capacity? The seating capacity means how many people can sit, right, on the flyer itself. So that means I'm taking number of passengers times the number of capsules. So when I want the number of passengers and the number of capsules to have the exact same number, that means it's something like taking x squared equals to 784, or like finding a length of a square if you're given the area. So in this case, what we need to do, we need to take square root of the number. Can anyone tell me what happens to the power when you take square root? What happens to the power when you take square root? The power will
Divide by 2.
correct. Good. Yes, divide by 2. Thank you, Zheng Yi. Thank you, Corning. Okay, so the power will divide by 2. So I'm going to work out the number 2 to power of 2 times 7. But since they never say leave the answer as a multiple or in index product of its prime factors or index notation, we need to work out the number. So this one equals to a number 28. All right, so this one equals to this answer. Okay, shouldn't be difficult. Just need to know the concept. Next one. Now, this question a little bit tricky as well. The total sales, okay, how do you find sales, right? Sales actually means the amount of money that you earn. So when you want to find sales, right, sales is equivalent to price times the quantity. The amount of money that you earn, that you get, is price times quantity. So they say that on a particular weekend, one of the amount is 1218. It means it will take the price, which is a factor, times another quantity, which is also a factor. Similarly, 725 also take the price, which is now the common factor for both of them, okay, times another quantity. Because the quantity each day can be different, so you are actually looking for a highest common factor. And the clue inside the question gives greatest possible. So they actually want the largest number as much as possible. So notice there's a factor in 1281 and a factor in 725. Both of them are common. So I have expressed 1281 as a product of these prime factors, and I've expressed 725 as a product of prime factors. Are you able to identify the highest common factor? And therefore, give me the price of the family ticket. Do you all know the answer? Can you all see what's the answer? What's the answer? What's the answer? What's the highest common factor in this case? The factor that both of them have. Which one? What's the answer?
29.
Yes, thank you very much. Yes, correct. So highest common factor is 29. That means the greatest. Okay, greatest price will be $29. Yes, Shen Yi. Then which part? Which is the part that you need? This one says that they are starting at 17 hours daily. So I convert, I find my lowest common multiple already. Can? Done? Right, then you find out your answer on your own, okay? Then next one, hence calculate the number of tickets sold over the weekend. Go and find the number of tickets, 2118. Okay, and the common factor is 29. Find the total number of tickets on Saturday. Okay, is 1218 divided by 29. You get some number, and number of tickets. This is on Saturday. Then another one is on Sunday. What is the number of tickets? Then you add the two tickets together and you should be able to get the answer. So I leave the final answer for you to check. Final answer is 67. Should be correct lah. Let me check again. Yeah, my answer is 67. Okay, so you work out your answers. Shouldn't be difficult. Can I go on to the next question now? Somebody requested for question 5. So can I do question 5 first? Or just go through and continue? Okay. Actually, this question should be doable, right? Okay, let's do a little bit of number patterns. This one quite simple, straightforward. From 8 to 17. Anyone can tell me what's the number pattern? How to go from 8 to 17? Maybe somebody can give me the answer. We have plus 9, plus 9, plus 9, right? So the formula must have a plus 9. What to it? Plus 9. And thank you. Good. But then I need to think what number plus 9 can give me 8. So I need to find the term 0. What number plus 9 can give you 8? -1. Very good. So in this case, you get the answer -1. Okay. Or you can use the other method. A equals to A plus D bracket n minus 1. Okay, where A is the first term. So A is your first term. This is your A. So 8. And the difference in this case is 9. So it's addition 9 plus 9. If it's subtraction is -9, but then you need to expand out the brackets. Okay, and then you simplify the working. Right, so then you get your answer -1. Okay, both of them are the same answer, but I do not like to use this method because if my students do algebra wrongly, then they'll get the wrong answer. So I just leave it as this. Okay. Next part, maybe some of you didn't do the working in this manner, but it's okay as long as you can write. Yeah, yes, you can write 9n minus 1. It's the same thing. Or maybe I can just put down here. All right, both of them are same answers. Now, one part of the question, this one is actually talking about a largest term. They want the term, they do not want the n. Okay, they want the number of the term itself. Okay, so the first part, they want the number of the term. They want the term itself. Okay, in this case, my answer is 1196. And they want it to be less than 1200. A lot of students will actually do the answer. You take the previous relationship, the formula that you have from here. This is the formula you have, right? You take the formula that you have from here and you equate it to 1200. Not wrong. Okay, not wrong. Okay, but then you must remember to go back and work out one more step. So in this case, some of you might work out the answer, then 1201. Then you divide by 9 and you find n to be a number 133.44, something like that, right? Okay, but in this case, remember, I want a term that is lesser than, so you can choose n to be a number that is slightly smaller than this value. Okay, but I shall do the proper correct version of the working. Since they say less than, so it's actually an inequality, right? You all have probably learned x less than something. So another number. So this one is your less than inequality symbol. But even if you do not do this, you do the other version and you pick out the correct number, it's also doable. So in this case, I'll use my formula 9n minus 1 less than 1200. Treat it like an equal sign. Bring your -1 over. It becomes +1. So 1201. Then divide away 9 on both sides. I get 1331 and a number. Oh, what's this? 4 over 9. Oh, somebody left. Okay. But remember, the value of n that I need to choose must be something smaller than that. So in this case, I choose the n value to be what number? Which n value should I use? Something smaller. Which n value should I use?
133.
Thank you. So I'm going to use n equals to 133. And then I'll plug into my formula 9 times the number -1 and find the term. So they want the term, they don't want the n. Find n. They want the term, largest term. So the term itself is this number 1196 after you calculated the answer. Okay? Shouldn't be too difficult. So this one got more than one type of working. If you use the equal sign and solve, but you go and choose n equals to 133 and find the correct answer, we'll accept the answer. Okay, next one. Okay, this one is, you'll notice the pattern is quite straightforward. We have 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square. So line number 11 will have how many square? Line number 11. 1 square, 3 square, 4 square. Line number 11 will have?
11 square.
Thank you. 11 square. Then all of them have a -1, -1, -1, so just -1. In order to complete the sentence, it's not just like that only. They want the whole line, so you must complete it. You write 11 square -1, find the answer, equals to 120. Write the whole line as your answer. Okay, so in this case, I forgot this is dot dot. Okay. Next, find the value of x. This one should be simple, straightforward as well. What do I do first? I have x squared minus 1 is equals to 440. So that is the sequence given in the question itself. Then what do we do? And what is x? You'll get your answer. I got my answer to be 21. So I'm going to shift -1 over, become +1. And then when you take square root, by right, when you take square root, there should be 2 answers, plus or minus square root of 441. So by right, you should have 2 answers, 21 or -21. But since we want a term value, and all these are positive integer, so I'm gonna reject, right? But logically, this is only 1 mark. So during exam, if you didn't write the -21 and then you reject it, right? It's okay. I will still accept your answer as the correct number. Okay, but just for your own personal or mathematical accuracy, remember if you take square root, there should be 2 answers. Okay. Next part. Is this possible? Is it a possible term in the sequence? Can anyone share with me how to solve this question? What do I need to do? I have n squared minus 1 equals to 1, 2, 8, 8. 8. Oh, see, alamat. I copy wrong number. Sorry. 1, 2, 2, 8. Oh no, careless mistake. Okay. All right, then what answer is this going to be? So is it really no? Maybe not no already. Okay, maybe I copy wrong answer. Yes, first find n squared, correct. Thank you, Courtney. So I bring the -1 over. For how, what will I get? Fahar, what will I get? Okay, you found your paper already. Are you at this question together with us? Okay, so I bring the -1 over, become?
Oh, bring the -1 over. 1, 2, 2, 7.
Check again.
Oh, sorry, my bad. 1, 2, 2, 9.
And after that, can you help me to find your square root? Do you have your calculator with you?
Wait, let me find.
Okay.
35.05710.
Okay. 7 now. Okay, I shall keep it as 5CP. Okay, thank you very much. Then now, can you explain to me, can the rest of you explain to me, explain your answer? Is it possible? Write the reason for me. How? Since m equals to this number, we found the answer already. Why is it? Thank you, Samuel, not an integer. Okay, it is not an integer. There are students who ask me, sure, what is an integer? So how do you explain? How do you
Whole
tell?
number.
Is it me? Oh,
Whole number.
whole number. All right. Yes, thank you. So integer means whole number, right? Am I lagging? I don't know. Is the screen okay? I don't know. Is it okay? Okay, therefore, is it possible to be in the sequence? No, it's not possible. Okay, can I just say it's not in the sequence? Okay, so it is not in a term in the sequence. Okay, so remember your explanation, this is important, so do write the explanation as well. Okay, next page, question number 4. Right, question number 4, part A. I will do this a little bit slowly. I'll split this up into many different parts. Okay, looking at the question itself, it looks like this multiplication or division. Okay, multiplication and division takes priority first, and then the brackets also take priority. So in this case, to take note, I need to deal with the multiplication before I do an addition. But first, I have a bracket, something square. What does something square means? It means the whole term repeats itself 2 times. So we will need to square individually every single one of them. Can you tell me 3xy over 15, whole thing square, what will we get? Zheng Yi. Jing, if you missed it, then I think you have to ask me a bit later already. Yeah. What integer correct? Which integer? Estimate to the a number that's smaller than 133,419. Okay, Right. Then can you tell me what is this number 3xy over 15? Whole thing square, everything also square. What do we get? 3 square? Oh, 1%. No. 3 square is 9. X square, y square. 15 square, 225. Okay, square every individual term on its own, right? So we have the 9x square y square over 225 divide by 7xy over 12 plus xy over 5. Next one, what do we need to do to the division over here?
Multiply.
Thank you. So after that, what do we do?
Flip it.
Flip the number. So in this case, 9x square y square over 225. Flip the number, 12 over 7xy plus xy over 5. This one, this is multiplication. Do not make them the same denominator or anything. Multiply numerator with numerator, denominator with denominator, and then simplify it later. So 9 times 12 gives you 108 x square y square. 225 times 7 gives you 1575 xy. Simplify this. Okay, simplifying this portion. 108 over 1575. Anyone give me the number over here? Okay, never mind, I got the answer. My calculator works. Okay, I got this number. But let's take a look at our x and y. So what are we left with? I have x square, y square, x and y. So after I cancel out, what am I left with? Anyone?
X,
Maybe
X
I'll
and Y at
call.
the bottom.
Yes. X and Y in the top or bottom?
Bottom.
Huh? You sure? You sure?
No, at top.
Double check. Which one? Top, right? Which one has a higher power? The one on top has a higher power, right? So in this case, yes, on the top. Then now, what is the common denominator to make? This is actually 175. So I just need to make this side become 175 also. 175 divided by 5 is the factor 35. So I multiply by 35 on both sides. Okay, and then I will get 12xy plus 35xy over the number 175. Okay, now some students tells me 35 and 175 got common factor, you can cancel. No, that is not true. If you want to cancel, you must make sure the whole numerator has the same factor, common factor, then you can cancel away. So in this case, 12 and 35 do not have the common factor 5. Okay, neither do they have common factor 7 or 3 or 4. So in this case, there is nothing that you can cancel. This is your final answer. Is this okay? All right, please take a look. How many of you got this question correct? Just a show of hands. 1, 2, 1 only. Oh no, you didn't get this question correct. Which is the part that is difficult? The one in the cube or the one, no, the one in square? Okay. But you understand the method, right? So I'll let you, okay, I can let you write, no problem. Write it down. Then we go on to the next question. Polygon, what's the formula for sum of interior angle of polygons? Okay, this one should know how to do. let me call a name that most probably will know the formula. Okay, Yuan, how do you find sum of interior angle of a polygon? The formula. Is Yuan there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Sum of interior angles for a polygon.
N minus 2 times 180.
Thank you very much. N minus 2 times 180. So in this case, I'm going to write 180 at the front. Okay, usually for algebraic expression, we formula is formula, but writing an expression in terms of n, okay, I'll put the number in front. And since but they did not ask me to simplify, right? But it's okay. So I'll accept both my answers, 180 times n minus 2, or because later on I may need to simplify, so I'll multiply this inside. So it'll be 180 n minus 360. So that will be my answer. Okay, read out for the question. If the question say write down expression in the simplest form or simplify it, okay, then you need to expand out the brackets. Okay, so for the polygon, it has n sides. This is the formula. Haris, are you done with the top part already? Then I'm gonna shift it away. Sorry again. Xingning. Oh yeah. Oh, so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I've forgotten to write. Thank you very much for highlighting. Oh, so stupid on me. Sorry. XY plus XY is the same units. You can add them together. 12 plus 35 is 47. I'm just busy with talking about common factors. So the final answer should be this one. Yeah. There will be no more common factors. It shouldn't have any more common factors. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you for highlighting. I forgot. Okay. All right. Then now we move on to the next part. This polygon has twice the number of sides. When you have twice the number of sides, it means the number of sides originally is n. Now it becomes 2n. Right? So using back the same formula is 2n minus 2 times 180. I'm going to write 180 in front so that it's a proper expression. And I'm still going to expand it out. So I'll get 360n. Okay, minus 360. That's for me. Or if you do not want, you can write it in the other manner. Also can, no problem. Right? So now the next part of the question says the sum of interior angle of polygon Y is 2160 degrees more than the sum of the interior angles in polygon X. So in this case, usually for me to form an equation, the question says form an equation. So you have to form the equation. For me, I just take the big minus the small, gives you 21600. Okay, so maybe you can help me with the expression. What minus what? But take note, subtraction. So in case there's an algebraic expression and they might be negative number, better make sure you add brackets to it. Okay, so anyone can help me to form up the equation? Which is the angle that is bigger? Or you can type out the answer. Which one? Which one is larger? B part 1 or B part 2 answer? Which one is larger? B part 1 or B part 2 answer?
Part 2.
Part 2. So part 2 will be 360n minus 360. Subtract away. Then we take part 1, right? 180n minus 360. Can you spot an error for this part of the question? This part of the working. What is wrong here? What's wrong?
Bracket.
What should I put? Yes, thank you. I need to put a pair of brackets. How does the bracket affects me? I have this 360 subtract 180 and but this one become plus 360. Am I right? So this is the part where there might be a careless mistake. Teachers always like to set this kind of trap. Please save yourself by adding in brackets and expanding out correctly. Then now after working out the answers, I can see actually 360n minus 180n equals to 2160. They are to cancel away. Then you can find n equals to what number? Right? So 180 and 2160 divide by 180 to give you a number n equals to 12. All right. Hence or otherwise, find the exterior angle of a polygon. There are two methods to solve for the answer. Okay, exterior angle is equals to interior plus exterior, but you need to go and find the interior angle some more. Or rather, the exterior angle can be found by the total sum of exterior angle adds up to one full circle. So 360 divide by the number of sides. But for polygon Y have 2n sides. 2n. Our n is the number 12. So I need a 2n over here. So common mistake, sometimes students going to divide by 12. No. Oops, which hang a little bit. Okay, so common mistakes, some students will take it to divide by 12, but no, polygon Y is 2n sides. Okay, so 2 times 12 sides. So I think you should be able to give me the answer already. Get your answer in degree. Okay? Answer. All right. Okay, then let me go through question number 5. Y'all done with this? Okay, now I'm left with 15 minutes. Okay, let me finish up question number 5 and then we'll do the graph question. Right, first part, question number 5. This is in the shape of a cylinder. A cylinder is a kind of prism. So what is the cross-sectional area? The shape of the cross-section is this one over here. Okay, this whole thing, this is in the shape of a circle. Okay, so the base of the cross-section is in the shape of a circle. So convert cm cube to meter cube. From cm to meter, I need to multiply by 100. But to convert cm cube to meter cube, I need to times 100 what? Is it just multiply by 100? Yes, thank you, Trivia. Multiply by 100 cube, okay, to the answer. So in this case, this answer will be very simple. But wait a minute. I want to change, sorry, the other way around. This one should be on top. Times 100 cube. Not logical. I'm dividing, sorry. I should divide by 100. So 330 divide by 100 cube. So notice from something small, it is something cm cube to a larger one, you need to divide. Okay, and the number will usually be much smaller. Okay, this one I got a lot of decimal places, but it is correct. Okay. Next, show that the height of each can. What other information did they give me? Oh, they gave me a volume. Okay, how do I find the volume of a cylinder? What is the shape of the base area? The cross-sectional area is the shape of a circle. Okay, so Harris, can you tell me how to find the volume of this prism in this case? My base area or cross-sectional area times the height. What is the shape of the cross-section? Area of circle. Harris. Height r square, yes, correct. So in this case, I'm going to take the volume. They give me the number 330. And then they want everything in cm, so I just use the 330. Volume, I replace. Cross-sectional, like what Harry says, pi r square times my height h, which I do not know. Oops. What is the radius? Anyone can help me find the radius? Simple, straightforward. Come on, we are left with 10 minutes. Radius, what's the radius? Thank you, 3.3. Right, thank you, Sean. Right, so the radius is 3.3 square. So in this case, when the question says show, please do not plug in the height and then show the number. Do not do that. When they say show, it's actually equivalent to solve. You take it as you solve and you find. And then make sure the answer is equals to the answer that they gave you. Right? So in this case, to get rid of the pi and the 3.3 square, I take 330 divide by pi, divide by 3.3 square. Or rather, let me write it nicely. And you get the value for your h. So height equals to I got my answer 9.645. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 5, 8. So rounded it off 9.65 cm. Okay, but I'll still keep the 5 sig feet in case I need to use it later, which most likely true. Okay, next part over here, find the curved surface area. If I want to find the curved surface area, imagine this is my log cake and I want to find the curved surface. I'm actually taking the circumference, this perimeter of my cross section, the circumference, and each layer of cream is 1 cm. I need to multiply, take this, okay, circumference, multiply to the whole height itself to give me the total surface area that forms up. So I'm going to take the perimeter of cross section, which is a circumference in this case. So anyone give me the formula for circumference? Okay,
Pi
maybe
d or 2 pi r.
2 pi r, pi d or 2 pi r. Oh, I wrote 6.6, so I'm going to just use pi d, okay? Same. Thank you. Pi times diameter. What is the height that I am supposed to use? The more accurate answer, which one? Nobody tell me, huh? Cannot be right. Use the 5 sig feet or the 3 sig feet answer.
5 sig feet.
Yes, use the 5 sig feet answer, 9.6458 to give you your value. Then round off your final answer to cm squared, 3 significant figure. Shift pi times 6.6. I get 200.0000. Then round off, you give your answer 200. Okay, so that will be the answer. Can? All right. I don't have much time. Let me finish up this part quickly. This one should be able to do quite logical. Okay, check now. The diameter is 6.6. How many cans? What's the length? What do? I take 6.6 times. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you take your length 6.6 times 5. All right, 6.6 times 5. That will give me the number 33 cm. The width itself, how many width here? 1, 2. So 6.6 times 2. So that gives me 13.2. And what was the height of my can? The height of my can was this number, but of course I can't measure this exactly because it's continuous. So I need to round it up. So I'll take my height to be 9.65 cm. They did not tell me what is the how do you call that? Do I round it off to the nearest whole number or not? So I'm going to use 9.65, the answer that they gave me. All right. So the next part, calculate the total surface area. This one you should be able to do 33 and 13.2 and 9.65. You can find the area, the perimeter of the cross section plus the top and the bottom, or you can find the area of each of the different pieces, add that up together. So my working 13.2 times 3.3 times 2 plus I'm going to find the perimeter multiply to the height itself. So this one will take perimeter of the cross section. I got my answer already. Times your height plus the top and bottom 2 times. Right? So you take your perimeter, 33, 13.2, add together the 4 sides, multiply it to your height, 9.65. I'm not very sure. My answer, I got 1762.86. Okay. But this answer, I'm not going to keep this as the final answer because the question says round it off to the nearest whole number. So I got 176. I will need a larger area. If not, my number, I will not have enough packaging paper to wrap up the thing. So this one will be my final answer. Can I double check? Do you all have something similar with me? Yes. Anyone? Anyone got this number as well? Okay. No, different answer. I don't know. You're going to calculate, okay? Maybe my answer not correct. I just press my calculator and get an answer. You all work out the answers, okay? Next part, to transport the coke, the cans are packed into crates of 12 packaging boxes. 12 boxes, but remember, one box got 10 cans, right? The mass of one crate is 1/5 of the total mass. So I need to find the total mass. So my coke itself is 384. The one total mass of the can, is it? So I got 12 boxes, 10 cans, so I multiply them together. But they want the answer in kilograms, so I changed it to kilogram. 123 divide by 1,000, get my answer in kilogram. But they say they want the total mass adding the crate and the boxes. So 1 whole and 1/5 more. So that will give me 6/5. Then I take 6/5 of the original. This one is quite exact. I'm not going to round off the number. Leave the answer in kg. So this one will be my answer. Okay. I have 2 minutes left. Can you please allow me to finish up my graph question? I just want to do one graph question. Sorry, yeah. Okay, question number 6. I think you have to, later I'll fill in the numbers. You're going to take a look at the answer and work out the answer. Oops, Adelina. Sorry, Adelina, I'm still at my Sec 1 remedial. I see you in a while, or you can stay here and wait a while lah. Okay, so for this question number 6, I might have to explain or show you the answers and take a look at it later, right? I just want to go through the question on graph. Okay, question on graph over here. At Snow City, we have X is degrees Celsius. Okay, in degrees Celsius itself, this is my, I meet one more student. Okay, this one is in degrees Celsius. This is your temperature over here. And this one over here is in Y meters. Okay, that is your Y meters over here. Take note of the units that you need to draw. Okay, so this is in Y meters. That is your Y axis value. Okay, and this is your X axis value. Why is that important? This will help you to understand the solving of the question over here. All right. Oh, Jaden is late. Jaden, you're already late. Okay, Jaden, we are finishing up the lesson already. First part of the question, in order to help you, after you've drawn your graph, when the question says the temperature at ground level, it means that the ground level is your y-axis, your height. When y equals to 0, find the value of x. How much temperature? So you go to your graph and you draw and you look for y equals to 0. Okay, that's how you can help you to answer the question. Next part, find the height h when the temperature is 1.6 degrees Celsius. That means the x is 1.6 degrees Celsius. When you have the x value, go and find the y value. How many meters? So draw dotted lines on your graph to find the y value. Okay, next part over here, this is actually a very simple question. Using your graph, okay, but they say, so in this case means no calculation is allowed. Is it possible to find to place a sculpture at 5 meters, but take note, below ground level. If they say 5 meters is below ground level, it means I have a -5 for my y value. So -5 for my y value. And maintain it at a temperature of -1.5. My x is the number for my temperature, so it's -1.5 degrees Celsius. Then you go and check on your graph. Is this a point on the graph? If it's lying on the graph, then therefore it is possible. If it's not lying on the graph, then it is not possible. Okay? Then the next part, to draw the graph of this line, graph of y equals to something. I cut only the y-axis. Okay, cut only the y-axis. In this case, it's -8. So I cut the y-axis only at the number -6. Please draw the horizontal line. And next one, look for the point of intersection with the line itself, the coordinates. So I want a pair of brackets, x and y values. Okay, right? So I am not going to give out the full answers for this. You'll have to think a little bit and work out the answer. So I only explain the main concepts. That's all so far. Right? I'll send out the answers for the other question as well over here. Right? And maybe I'll try to find time to explain this on Monday as well. You bring back your papers on Monday. Okay. With that, then I end off my remedial for my set 1s already. Okay. Thank you very much for coming. Bye-bye. Bye. Yes. Bye. Adelina and Yanxi, I need to end off this Zoom so that I can stop the recording. Then I'll start the Zoom again. All right. Y'all enter the Zoom again, can? All right. Bye.